Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Game Talk. My name's Keith. This is Mario.
My name is Will.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the Mario hat's unrelated. Don't worry. We're not talking about Odyssey
We're not
again.
talking about Odyssey anymore. Ever again. I've talked about it too much.
Sequel.
I finally played it for Will. Hated every minute of it. Just kidding. I had a great time. I was trying to do a thing. I was doing a little bit.
A bit?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, Will's wearing a hat, but we're doing a little mid-year. We just crossed the threshold. It's July 4th when we're recording this. We've just revealed that we record 2 in a day if people are paying attention. Also, the fact that I'm wearing the same exact clothing.
Yeah.
We'll probably
See, Keith, I try and switch it up on the people.
I know.
I try and fool them.
I got enough to think about, Will. They're not thinking about it. I don't know why.
I got too much to think about and not too many shirts.
That's true. But we're doing a little hype check. We're halfway through the year. We started 2019. We were un-E3'd. We didn't know what all was coming down the pipe. Now we got a good idea of what to expect from the rest of the year. There's plenty of hype to go around. There's plenty of hype to be had, and I keep pushing my hat over the wrong way because I'm looking at it in the monitor, and I'm doing it the wrong way. But there's hype to be had, Will. Mm-hmm. What are your little hype taste buds dancing around your mouth for?
Now,
Your
Keith,
gaming mouth, not your real mouth.
I remember when we had our E3, or not our E3, our 2019 looking forward to discussion.
Yes, sir.
And I said that I believe that my game of the year has not been announced yet.
Yep.
I think I might be correct in that.
Yeah?
It's been announced now. But it wasn't announced at that time.
Right.
I think my game of the year, I'm zeroing in. It's either going to be Death Stranding, which wouldn't count because we knew about that. Mm-hmm. But it might Link's Awakening, Keith.
Yeah, and we didn't know about that.
We didn't know about that. And I'm surprisingly, not surprisingly, I've wanted this for a while because I wanted to play through that game. But I'm extremely excited for that game, especially after the Treehouse where we saw all the gameplay and stuff. It just looks beautiful, and the music, everything about it, like the dream, so the Ballad of the Windfish. Yeah, that's like the main theme of Link's Awakening, and I've heard it throughout the years. But the remix of it is just it's so good. Like the main theme basically of the game. Very excited about that. Love me a top-down Zelda game.
I think I'm hyped on it. Which is the Zelda game with the purple hair, pink hair?
Link to the Past.
Link to the Past. I think I played that one.
It's a good one.
On a Game Boy or something.
That's a good one. Yeah, they put it on the Game Boy Advance, I think. It was on the Super Nintendo, and then they put it on the Game Boy Advance.
I think I played it on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah. Haven't played Link's Awakening.
Me either.
So I'm pretty hyped on it.
Yeah.
I mean, the art style is not necessarily my big thing, but I think I'm truly am trying to force myself to play more Nintendo titles that I don't think that I would enjoy, because there's something about the Switch still for me is that like it's still a Smash Brothers machine that I can play, and it's like a Smash Zelda machine. For some reason with the Switch, it's like I know that maybe 2 games a year I'm going to be into, like for real on my Switch. I'm trying to push myself to get into more Nintendo stuff. This will be a good place to push myself again. I do like Zelda, and so I'm pretty hyped on it too.
I've heard, Keith, unfortunately I know the spoiler of this game.
You
do? Okay.
Yeah, I think most people do at this point.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty freely talked about if it was discussed
Before
until
the
it was
remake.
announced.
Yeah. So, but I just want to experience it, you know? Like
Yeah,
I
of
know the
course.
story, but I want to be in it. I want to be in that world with that music and that. Me personally, I love the art style.
Yeah.
I especially love that the amiibo looks like it came straight out of the game.
That's true.
You see the Link amiibo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like him. So
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
happy to get that.
They got a very, very realistic toy-like. I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. It's actually being made by the people that made the 3DS remakes of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, which is pretty impressive to me that they came from upscaling making N64 games into 3DS games, which is not a huge leap, to making a Game Boy game into an epic, super HD, extremely good-looking Link to the Past remake. So Grezzo's out here doing good things.
Thanks.
Obviously, I guess I'm looking forward to Luigi's Mansion. It looks fun. I'm a little bit worried that the whole slamming the ghost thing
We'll get old,
and that it will just be like too much of an action game. You know, like I feel like Luigi's Mansion. Granted, I've never played the first one. I played a little bit of the second one, didn't love it.
Yeah.
But I feel like these games should be kind of creepy. I mean, not like it's a survival horror game,
Sure.
but it shouldn't be like a beat 'em up. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
But all the elements that they have, like the Gooigi thing, like we're solving the puzzles. It looks like it could be good. I'm definitely gonna play it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's like at the top of my hype list. Definitely at the top of my hype list would be Death Stranding, Link's Awakening, and Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Right.
But I would never feel comfortable giving Pokemon Sword and Shield a Game of the Year even if, well, maybe if it's like genuinely amazing.
A lot of controversy
A lot of controversy
going on. We've talked about it a little bit.
I've been doing mental gymnastics for the past 3 weeks, convincing myself that it's okay.
Yeah.
And that I'm still going to love the game. I'm sure I still will.
You will.
It's kind of interesting, Keith, because potentially, I heard about this on the Nintendo Voice Chat podcast. They were talking about how potentially this could mean that like every Pokemon game going forward has its own meta. You know? Like, they can choose which Pokemon they want to put in the game to create a competitive scene just unique to each game. Because up to this point...
And there is a competitive scene, would we call it that in Pokemon?
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
I used to do it on Diamond and Pearl. You have to breed Pokemon and like get their stats perfect and everything. Like find Pokemon with the right stats that'll pass them down to the baby. You got to check the baby, make sure its stats. It got all the right stats from its parents.
Okay.
You can get egg moves. Like certain Pokemon can only learn certain moves if their parent knew it.
Wow.
It's deep, Keith. It's very deep.
Hey, that's good. I like it.
So yeah, potentially like every Pokemon game could have its own meta now, and I don't know, for lore purposes, it kind of makes sense because otherwise, like, it's like every region has all the Pokemon from the last region, but now going forward, it's like lore wise, well, Gothoritas just don't exist in Galar. They're not here. We don't have all 800 Pokemon that you've seen to this point.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
You have to choose, right? You have to choose whether you want it to make sense or whether you want everybody to have everything they want, or if you want to make two modes, like lore mode and open it up so everybody's happy mode.
But like you said, I'm sure at one point down the line there will be a Pokemon Ultimate where they're like, everyone's here. You can get all of them in this game. So
you can wander around a kind of crappy looking landscape
and
play with them.
But like, it's one of those things where Pokemon Sword and Shield, I know I'm going to love it.
Of course.
But I don't know if I would. It's one of those things where like, it's either going to be the kind of love it where like just I love it, or it's going to be the kind of love it where like I'm going to be singing it from the hills, telling everyone to play it.
How do you respond to the criticism that, understandably, it can't look like Breath of the Wild exactly, but how do you respond to the criticism that like it just doesn't look as good as it should for being what it is?
See, last year, Keith, I was all about defending Pokemon Let's Go. This year, it's harder for me to defend. It's harder for me to defend.
Okay.
Just because, this is the highest earning media franchise of all time.
Yeah.
And it's just weird to me that not only do the graphics not look amazing, I think from a macro point of view, they look really good. When you start zooming in on stuff like that tree, I'm sure you've seen that tree.
Yes, I've seen
like
the
when
tree.
You start zooming in on stuff, it probably looks really bad. From macro, it's probably okay. I think a lot of it's the art style they're going for. They're trying to still make it look cartoony, Like the Pokemon still look cartoony.
Yeah.
The character models still look cartoony. There's kind of cell shading going on. I think it's an artistic choice they're making. Can't defend that tree though.
You can't defend the tree. I was about to say
the tree's not an artistic choice. That's just them being kind of lazy. But there's a lot of stuff we can go into with Pokemon just where like I'm a little concerned about where the main series is going. I feel like they're focusing more on mobile games. Like Pokemon Masters, Pokemon Masters, the fact that it has its own new region, it's got its own new protagonists, everything. It's almost like a kind of new Pokemon game on the mobile.
Yeah.
I feel like Game Freak is becoming less important in the grand scheme of Pokemon and how they make all their money. Because I read, Keith, that Pokemon Go, in the past 25 years of the Pokemon Company being around, 5% of all their income they've ever made was in the past 3 years from Pokemon Go.
Good Lord.
So their priorities are shifting. It's scary times to be a Pokemon fan.
Yeah, that's wild.
Mobile is where they're going. But, I'm going to keep riding this gravy train as long as it keeps going.
Yeah.
I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love playing it.
You're locked in, dude. Yeah, I'm not trying to make it sound... I'm not in any way trying to... I'm just curious how you have responded to criticism. Yeah. Because, I just don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Last year, around this time, I was very upset at all the what I felt unjust criticism going towards Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. This year, I'm just kind of sitting back saying, y'all just tear them to shreds.
Yeah.
Take them away.
Take them away.
Take them away. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But,
I do. Now I'm picturing you in a dark room, like Game Freak is sitting across the table from you. You've got your Mario Odyssey hat on. You're holding the Breath of the Wild box. Like, these two things. We have a Switch now. You need to do better. And they're all making defenses, and then all the fandom knocks on the door, and all you say is, take off your hat. Turn away. You look in the back of the room. Take them away. And then they're rushed.
Dragging them, kicking and screaming.
Yeah, they're whisked away, kicking and screaming down the hallway.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say, I can forgive the graphics a little bit.
Of course, sure.
But I can't. One thing I can't I can't wrap my mind around it, Keith, especially because they used this as an excuse for not having all the Pokemon in the game. They were like, we're working on very high quality animations. I've seen videos, Keith. The animations from X and Y, the first 3DS Pokemon game, are the same as the ones for this one. The attack animations are the same. The Pokemon being hit are the same. Pikachu still just goes and then goes back to smiling. It seems lazy. I don't want to say that. I don't make video games. I don't want to call anyone lazy. But it just seems like...
I feel that feels dangerous. I get it.
But, like, at the same time, I just don't get it. I'm still going to love it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm still going to have a good time. But I'm more uncertain in the future of Pokemon than I've ever been.
You truly would think that something that's never been done before, console Pokemon game, you would expect it to be blowing your mind. And I think that's what has hurt people. You would expect, like, we forgave Let's Go or whatever for people who didn't like it. We forgive this because we're waiting for the big one next year. And then it's just like, you took, if your DS versions were 9s, or whatever, you turned it up to 10. You should have turned it to 15.
Yeah.
I think is what people think. Let's hype on something else.
Okay.
Let's improve the hype.
Okay.
I'm hyped for Astral Chain. I never thought that I would be hyped for a game like this, but I've seen the combat. It looks like a lot of fun, and I'm hyped on the prospect again of it getting me into things that I'm not normally into. As a person with very limited free time, I shouldn't be getting into things that I'm not normally into to add to it. But Astral Chain looks fun. I don't like Bayonetta. I can't. I've discussed it before. I cannot play as that woman. She's too much.
Okay.
She's too much for me.
Okay.
I'll play as Dante. I'll play as Nero. I'll play as V or whatever. Maybe I'll play that or Devil May Cry 5 or whatever. And I'm just lumping them into the same category with Bayonetta and this game because it's platinum and stuff like that and that kind of fighting game. I just can't play as Bayonetta. But I can play as a police officer with a robot friend.
Yeah.
And I'll do that. Do I get to create my own police officer?
I don't know. I haven't been watching this game super closely. Platinum's very hit or miss for me.
Sure.
So I'm kind of observing this game from afar.
Yeah, I wouldn't say again I'm not mega hyped on it.
Yeah,
but I'll definitely buy it and play it.
Yeah, I'll definitely get it. I'm not sure if it's a day one game for me.
I don't know. I'll probably watch somebody play some of it and then get it.
Make your decision.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably the safe call.
I'm kind of sad, to be honest with you, because 2019 at E3, finishing out this year. Of course, we're at the end of a generation where everybody wants to be on the new one stuff. So there's not a lot coming out at the end of this year. Borderlands 3, meh.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
been playing 2. I should have talked about that in the last game talk we did, but yeah.
Borderlands 2 is fun, and the idea of Borderlands is fun. A lot of times it's just too big for me. It's too all these missions.
Too much of the same.
Yeah, you got 6 missions at a time, and you gotta run back to town and stuff. But it should be fun. Death Stranding, I can't say I'm hyped on. I don't know anything about Kojima, and I am a sucker for feeling like if everyone loves something and has this kind of circle jerk around it, maybe it's not as good as we think it is.
Yeah.
But you got
to be the fly in the ointment, Keith.
Yeah, I'm also the fly in the. I sadly feel about Hideo Kojima as I feel about that musician Billie Eilish or whatever. You're just weird to be weird.
I feel you.
That's not you.
I can get on with hating on Billie Eilish now. Keith, not hating.
You're just weird.
Yeah.
What? It's not. You're not making a spider come out of your mouth for art.
Yeah.
You're just doing that to make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying Kojima is that way. I'm saying I don't know enough about him to know that he's not that way.
I got you. Yeah.
I do not like it when people are successful on the idea that I'm just going to be a certain way to be a certain way. It's not actually my artistic design. It's I know there's a hole in the market for a weird teenage girl who bleeds out of her nose in a music video. So I'm going to fill that hole and make money. So I'm not super hyped on Death Stranding. Would love to check it out. Would love to be very surprised by it. Someone, if you find your way to this video because it's tagged with Kojima hate or whatever, let me know why. I'm not hating on him. What I'm saying at the end of the day is I don't know him. I don't know his stuff.
I don't know the man.
I don't know the man. I don't know who he is. And I don't know his stuff. So we'll see. But what I'm trying to say is 2019 kind of slim for me.
Yeah. Slim picking so far.
2020 will be good. I got plenty of games to play.
Yeah.
But it's just not new ones coming out.
I've got Splatoon 2. I'm happy.
Of course, yeah. And
I haven't even got Mario Maker 2 yet. Haven't got it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Which
haven't
is
bought
strange.
either.
which is strange. Figured I would have got that earlier. But
This hype check has turned into kind of like a in memoriam for 2019 already.
Yeah. Nintendo's gonna close it out strong though. I think.
Yeah.
I think
you're right.
Link's Awakening.
I'm pretty hyped on Luigi's Mansion. I've never tried it. It looks fun.
It does. It was fun.
But you know they're going to squeeze $60 out of me for all these things.
I know. Yeah. Never going on sale.
2019, dude.
It's 2019.
We're almost there. We're almost in next gen.
I know.
I need to start saving money. I can't be buying a bunch of Nintendo games this year. I got to save money from a PS5.
That's true. That's true.
And then Xbox is out here making commercials, doing games. Like, I'm going to need to buy an Xbox.
Mm-hmm. I
need a new PC. I'm in trouble, dude.
I'm in trouble.
Send money. Send funds. I need to buy some things. Yeah, we were playing Fortnite the other night, and one of the guys in our youth group that I was playing with, he was like, Keith, I want to set up a YouTube channel. You need to help me do that. And I was like, do you want to stream from your, or do you want to like make videos from your PlayStation the way I do? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, you're gonna need a computer, you're gonna need a capture card, you're gonna need a webcam, you're gonna need a microphone. He's like, well, you turned me off right there. He's like, well, my brother's got a computer, but it doesn't have a cord. I was like, what? You like an HDMI, like what, a hookup cord or something, like a to capture with? He's like, a power cord. I was like, yeah, you're out of the running for a minute if your computer has no power.
Do kids not use computers anymore? They just use their phones?
I think so.
Interesting.
They do all their homework in Fortnite. That's, the way teachers teach math now is buying V-Bucks.
Strange times.
Yep.
Strange
if
times.
Tim's got 500 V-Bucks and there are 8 skins available for $10, how many skins can he buy?
I wonder if that is a thing. That probably is on it.
Dude, it is.
I bet it's on it. Some math teacher thought they were being cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they were being cute. The kids loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it. Guaranteed. All those children. Also, don't want to let people forget, I did get my first Fortnite win. So, maybe I put that on the internet somewhere at this point. Who knows?
Definitely tweeted about it.
I'm telling you, I can understand why people are addicted to it. Well, I'm afraid I'm going down a dark path. Oh, man. So, I'm hyped on Fortnite. I'm hyped on getting back into Destiny 2. There's a Destiny 2 expansion coming out.
Our 2019 hype check is now about 2017 games.
I'm trying to save it, Will. I'm trying to get some energy back into it. You look like you're drained. I'm kind of drained thinking about these games. I feel like I broke your spirit with this Pokemon talk. Like you're over there having an existential crisis about Pokemon.
No, I've been having it, Keith. I've been having it.
You've been having it.
Yeah.
I know why you put the hat on. You put the hat on to try to give yourself some joy.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of worked.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping Miltank's going to be in it, Keith. They've got to have a cow Pokemon in it, Keith.
They have
Unless they make a new cow Pokemon, which don't do it.
And you know the British love their dairy.
Yeah. There's going to be a Miltank in there.
There would be.
There's with Wooloo. You know, Wooloo, little sheep. That new little sheep.
Oh, man. Miltank and Wooloo are nuzzling.
They're going to be buddies.
Mm-hmm. You have. What if you just had just a farm team, and instead of doing anything else, you just like, you know, you had like the Terrier one and Wooloo and Miltank and stuff, and you just roamed around like herding Pokemon in that open area and herding them into fences.
I'm going to have to start doing some theme teams, Keith.
Yeah, that actually is pretty fun. Like making theme teams, posting them on Instagram or something, posting them on Twitter.
Yeah.
Hey, don't steal that idea. That's ours.
I am saying though, if Miltank is in Sword and Shield, it's got a slot on my team just for principle.
Of course.
It's one of my 6.
Shake on it. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this game talk. We've hype checked for 2019. I feel like that last probably 4 to 5 minutes of the show was really us kind of winding down.
Yeah.
So we thank you for watching. Game Talks will be coming back at you in the future whenever we have more news. It's kind of a light news cycle. It's like kind of a light, things happening in the gaming world as we wait for next gen and we wait for these new games to come out. But we'll have new games to talk about and old games to talk about and all kinds of stuff coming up. So don't let me and Will down. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. We love you.